Hello, everyone, and welcome back to War in the Pacific Admiral's Edition. Here we are on September 27, 19... Ooh, we're picking up even more bases there in Celebes. I like it. All right. Still unloading here, but that's literally supplies only. We have completely unloaded troops. And that should be the last of even the supplies. I think we had very little supplies still to unload. My subs have been... Oh, 4 hits. That's not gonna be good. My subs have been doing terrible. Now these are like gonna be Oh, wow. These are gonna be tanks and things. Yeah, these 12.7 centimeter guns firing back. Basically, what is that? 4-inch or so? 5? 5-inch, maybe even. Yeah, sorry, 5-inch. But anyway, these are unloading. I think artillery and tanks. But this may sink. Oh, maybe combat engineers. Anyway, it's not a big deal. It's just the last elements that I was gonna throw on land to assault it, and the reason for the overkill, or you might call it overkill, is because I don't know his fort values, and I need to get in there and do what I can to take it, and to minimize the damage I take in taking it. But my subs have kind of performed a little lackluster the last couple days. That's okay. We've had ups and downs. We'll take some downtime. And we got more fighter support over our ships there in Celebes, so hopefully we can keep from losing some of our some more ships. And I didn't do, I know it's a whole different video, so maybe everyone forgot. This is too loud for me. I'll bump it up. I didn't move my American fighters over Changsha just yet, and I remembered why I wasn't ready to do that. My defense ability on those P40N1s is paltry, like 50, I want to say, roughly on average. And I'd rather it be something like, well, I'd rather it be 70. I don't know, it might take too long to get there, but we're in the area, we're in the vicinity. We can shift him over there as soon as it's mid-heat. He lost so many fighters, he might give us a day break. And not attack Changsha today. We'll see. He hasn't. The sweep hasn't gone yet, but that doesn't mean it won't. We'll just keep plugging away and seeing how this turn goes. Okay, zeros. Now our bombers are set to naval attack, so that's what we're doing here. So I think that's what we're doing here. I'm not attacking his oil fields anyway. Alright, so we're basically chasing away these zeros. Alright, we're at 10,000 feet. I'm not worried about it. I wasn't necessarily even doing it. I wasn't doing this bombing raid to hit ships. These bombers are terrible at hitting ships. I was doing it to clear out the air defense. Also, it might make him a little uncomfortable, nervous. Also, this is a good way to get recon, you know, we can see what he's got here. It's a bunch of tankers. Look at all that missing. one of our bombs hit, though, that would be pretty cool. I wouldn't be upset about it. uh, I was looking up. I was looking at the use of American heavy bombers in Midway, and they did fly about 10,000 feet and didn't hit anything. But I thought, hey, let's do the historical thing. All right, so we do lose a couple of boats there at Ponape. All right, we're bombing these ground troops today. I want to see if I can knock them out of move mode, slow them down. And we did not bomb them. That's unfortunate. Wow, look at all that. Okay, well, we sink it, so that's good. All right, so I saw this sub lurking, and I sent out these sub chasers to two sub chasers to see if I could chase it away. And we're doing decent work. It'd be nice to sink it. The problem with these I-boats, I don't know if all of his I-boats have this, but the problem with his I-boats is if they have those aircraft down there, then he can spot what I'm doing in the area, and I don't like that. Switch. I have two sub chasers. One ran out of ammunition, and they didn't trade off, and we did not sink it. But it may struggle to get back to port. Yeah, we don't have tanks here. I thought I had tanks scheduled to go here, but obviously not. But we're bombarding back. Should be able to get a good bombardment in here, and then attack. Light carrier. So I made an error. These troops that were here in North Thailand, I told them to rush to this hex here, and when they encountered enemy troops here, they diverted to go off road because they're not they're programmed not to go in where there's an enemy if they have a destination that's beyond that. So they started going west and wasted a day. So now I have to redivert them and hit this. So it's going to take me an extra day to get to this hex here, and maybe even longer because we have to dislodge this. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm just wanted to share that briefly, and then I'll show you the air losses since we're here. We only lost one aircraft today, and they lost 8, and they lost several Dinas. One air-to-air, we saw that or heard that get shot down. One flak and one ops. Jakes, a couple of Jakes. I wonder if that means we sank that sub or if that. Anyway, there's a Sonya, Babs, Mavis. Um, and then we lost one Recon Liberator. And then did we lose the pilot? No, but here's the ships. We lost an LST and a YMS at very low cost, and he lost a 13-point cargo ship. I think it was empty, but it was probably going somewhere to pick up something, maybe oil or fuel. Perhaps whoops, I was trying to move the map and it just warped down there. Let's see, this is going west. So it's coming here, probably Singapore or uh, It's I think he's doing runs from Palembang to Singapore and then coming to Singapore to pick those things up, but I could be wrong. I've patrolled the mouth of this, and it seems like he goes this way instead of this way. But this guy is patrolling this area, the width, and I know I need more subs in this area. I do have subs in various parts of this, and I'm going to try to bring in more right here, especially after finding these ships. I feel like I need to get more in this area. But all right. Fortunately, we got in there without any damage, so maybe we can stick around and seek some more. But yeah. All right. I just wanted to point out a couple things. So we'll be back in September 28th. Okay, it's now September 28th, 1943. I don't even know what to expect today. Not necessarily because it was a long time ago that it was only a couple days ago that I did my turn. But I'm trying to, I don't think I had anything um, crazy happening. That would have been cool. I have no expectations of hitting any of these escorts, but it's always cool to imagine being able to do that. Too many canceled missions. Who knows if he experienced the same cancellation or similar quantity of canceled missions. By the way, as soon as I've got Changsha secured, to figure out how to get Chinese planes into Nanchang and cover out over these troops. Yeah, these are just the run-of-the-mill bombing runs that he's been doing. These Chinese troops here in the near Xi'an are in major trouble. Looks like he has a sub there in Port Blair. Swept us from the sky. Well, I have an American fighter squadron ready to move into position there. But again, I'm not in a rush to do that because my defense stats on, although his fighter pilots are probably so shredded that it may be that my American pilots do just fine against those. And honestly, wait, did I see something about unescorted bombers turning back? Huh. Interesting. I didn't get to bomb those troops at Changsha yesterday, so we'll see if that goes through today. It didn't go through in the morning. I think we're in the afternoon now. Yeah, we're gonna hit this with a lot of aircraft. So Emily's, that's what I want to destroy. I'm trying to keep him from looking out over the ocean here, and hence the bombing runs here at Manado. Are we not going to bomb Chiang Mai again? Well, at least our sweeps are going. Oh, man. Another day not bombing the troops there. That's going to bode very poorly for us. So, anyway, I'm going to have trouble getting in there and weeding them out, but you got to do what you got to do. Yeah, I expected this, and we should get kicked this time. Seriously? This has got to be frustrating for him, and I would rather they retreat. If they're going to lose so many troops, retreat and reorganize. Okay, Wantampane upgraded to Airfield 2, which means I can have 3 fighters flying. I think we're set now. I don't think he's going to be able to mess with us there anymore. All right, I'm going to take a few minutes, not very long. Well, I don't plan on taking very long. We'll see if I get to rambling, but we'll walk around the map and see how it's going. The state of the war. VP 44. Okay. And frankly, I haven't looked at this in a while. I think I'm shifting some guys to better positions. And that's what a lot of this is for. I don't, I'm trying to remember a lot of this stuff. I think these guys Yeah. Um, Australian? Anyway, I actually can't remember what these are at the moment. Sorry about that. All right, moving on. Let's see. The SS Gar, SS Gunnel. I think all of this, okay, it's starting to come to me now. I think all of this is troops and assets there at Darwin that I'm packing up to move to Celebes, because I want to keep the pressure on him there. Um, I want to secure Makassar and then get north Celebes as well. All right, we got some Chinese aces here, which I think they were already probably aces, because otherwise it would say ace status. Um, okay, I think we're at the bottom here, yeah. So we've got grounding. Okay, still repairing New Mexico. Okay, Manic Warrior port size 3. That's important because we're trying to unload some things here. One Tampane. Now I'm going to work on the port, or maybe I'll expand both, but we're going to need the port for unloading things. But with the airfield size 2, we can have even better chance at air air cover. And then just changing of names here. Um, okay. All right. So these AA regiments I bought out with political points and decided to go ahead and replace, fill them out and make sure the devices were upgraded. And then that's about it. Got a couple things here. This VP44 will be nice and useful. Um, you can take a look at that already, I guess. Okay. Um, This may have been one of the float, not, what are they called? Yeah, float patrols. This may have been one of our patrol craft that we had, and then we had to um, withdraw it, and then it came back. I'm not 100% sure. In any case, we're just gonna have to fill this back out. I don't think we need to. We can let it. Yeah, we'll just let it get some training, some new recruits, and why not just fill it out? We've got plenty of these, I think, and we'll do this. So for now, let's set that, and then we'll allow it to kind of build up. But anyway, moving on, let's take a look at some of these situations. I don't have to, but I feel like I would prefer to have this battleship group. I was trying to get it filled out, and we finally did. Okay. I ran into a problem where my AKE, which is an ammunition ship, ran out of supplies, and I think you have to have supplies in the AKEs for the battleships. They don't just help support the base ref, re, yeah, you know, what's the word? Anyway, putting ammunition on these ships. My brain isn't working right now. They don't just draw from the base. They don't take the base directly to the battleships through the AKE. You have to actually have the AKE filled out. So I'm gonna go ahead and load tenders and just go ahead and max them out, which they're still not maxed out. But anyway, um, I'm gonna take this. We're gonna change it to bombard, and also this is fine. I think do one more run at this with escorts bombarding, and we'll retire as soon as we hit the base. And what I'm going to do is probably soon send these guys back to Pearl for refit. But I may still take Roy Namur before I do that, but I'm not committed to anything. I'm just sharing my thoughts. And I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so one of the things I'm concerned with is that there's more things here that are scheduled for Ponape. I don't think they're necessary for taking the base, mainly like engineers and stuff. So and there's no, what's the word? Stacking limit here, so we don't have to rush these guys off the island either. So let me look into what I was gonna do to get. I think I was just gonna carry as many of these um, units over as possible. However, I probably I'll probably just unload them as amphibious, to be frank, because these are all amphibious ships, and I think it would be ideal. But I don't want to do that until we take the base. There's no sense in losing troops trying to unload or losing ships to a stray shell. Okay, carrying on here. I do also have an escort carrier coming to support this operation here. Maybe now that we can fly 3 groups here, maybe I'll tell it to mm, go here and have your base at Darwin. All right, for now, that's what we're gonna do. We'll see how that does. And that'll probably take 2 days to get there. Maybe we can do that. It should get there in one day. And so if he attacks us, we'll have fighter cover here and fighter cover here. Um, and our infantry division, this or cavalry, I mean, to be more accurate, I guess. We are going to. I'm just going to flip it to combat for now. But we will want it to be in move mode, but I can switch it to move mode quickly enough. I would like to get these ships unloaded before we move. So I'm not going to flip it to move mode and start heading out. We'll wait till we're unloaded, and then the whole division can move out. I actually don't even remember what he has here, and I need to fly some recon. I would love to upgrade this base. Um, sorry, for sure upgrade the airfield one more level and get some recon here. Now I could put recon here, but I think I'm kind of at my limit here. No, I'm not. So, but the reason I'm not is just because I'm not flying these aircraft just yet. So I don't really want to add more to this. Although I am also building up this airfield to get to the max level of 8, and then I can, kind of still fly operations from here. Um, but right now, like some of these bases are not that important. Kapong, we bypassed a lot, but I would like to take this guy. No, I'm not really that guy. I just hovered over it to see what it was. This right here, Madaram, because we can get up to 8 air capacity here as well. And then we could really harass any operations. Really, we could get heavy bombers here at a level 8 airbase and bomb Batavia, and that would be really good. Let's see, what's that 19? See, so Mataram is better. And I do have guys training and exercising in preparation for that base. You see, just like I do, this sub here. I have no idea why he has a sub here. But that said, he has a sub there, so it is what it is. Um, I could, and I might, send one of these minesweepers in there just to harass him a little bit, right? So these are okay. Their range is short, but I don't really need a long range. These are not so good. So why don't I just go to Port Blair? Yeah, that should be enough. We'll just go in and leave. And if we run into that sub, maybe we can try to destroy it. Um, we have these two subs coming in to lay a minefield. We have this sub coming to unload supplies. And then I thought I had some ASW here, but it's probably too short. Actually, that's not true. 10. So we should be able to, oh, that's 11. Okay. So our ASW will not reach this. Okay. And then what I'm trying to do is bomb what he has at Chiang Mai, which now he probably too late. He's got everything out of here and into this hex here. So that's going to be a big problem. I say a big problem, maybe not, because we might have enough punching power that whatever he has here, we can still um, knock back. But I'm hoping we knock it back here, and then we secure this crossroads here to keep supplies from coming into Chiang Mai and reinforcements because he can't use this railroad then. But first, we have to get our military, our troops, our assets. Um, and I got to check something because anything that has 92 here is going west. You can see that there. So I need to redirect some of this stuff. So I probably overlooked that last time that they were in this hex, and then diverting west. See, this is an important asset that I can't be having off-roading, right? It's just I'm frustrating myself that these mistakes happen. Now we can get some tanks in there and drive them out. Um, we have some stuff going the right direction, just some stuff nah. And these guys are about there. We're just gonna switch it to combat mode because they're basically gonna arrive on the in that hex in one, very next turn. So some of this other stuff will get there in a couple of days, maybe 3. Some like this infantry unit should get there the same day as the tanks. Um, and these guys might just make it as well. So I think we're going to be okay. We're going to have enough punching power to get rid of that one unit. But again, it's just frustrating that we're delayed due to the weird. I don't think it's a glitch. I don't think it's a bad thing, but it's just a weird thing where if I don't know there's something here and I tell it to go here, it should just drive southwest and then until it gets here. But I also should have checked this and looked and saw that there was no yellow dot here and then direct my troops to there. See, when I push look at supplies, see how this and these are empty, but I can see all these dots around. I bet he has troops. Well, actually, this might have a little yellow dot, but he certainly has troops here because these guys left Chiang Mai and got here. Now, what I would have done if I were him is I would have Now, here's the thing. What he's doing, I think, is securing this. I don't think he could have railed out and said, "I want to save my troops, I'm going to rail out." But I don't think he did that. He could have, because that movement pip could have been there while he's sitting here loading on trains and then it goes. But I think he's parked here on purpose to block for the all this stuff to get out of this pocket. So this would be a nice haul. Okay, so what I think is going to happen is I think we're going to run into a quagmire here. Now, we might not. We might smash it and secure it. But in the meantime, look at these troops running. We are pulling a bunch of stuff here, and I'm going to make a push, a concerted push right across this river here. It's going to cause a shock attack, and we're going to have to fight for in a ×2 terrain. Then I'm going to make another push here where he has another 50. Wow. If he combined these, I wouldn't do a thing, but it looks like he's not. Although, yeah, it looks like these guys are staying put. These guys are staying put. Probably until these guys get through. Then maybe they'll all retreat. But the idea here is as soon as these Chinese troops, which they're trying to rail down, I don't know, maybe I'm waiting too long. What do I got here? Let's look. 150,000 troops. A lot of armor. I could go. Do I have the other Chinese troops? Okay, I have the other Chinese corps. I think we could pull it off, especially if we bomb this heavily. So I'm gonna pull the trigger. We're gonna go because he's got a third of our power. Um, and who knows how depleted he is in other ways. But anyway, we can bomb this severely and beat up his assault value before we go crossing. So I was trying to bomb here. He got away. What I'm going to do now is forget the airfield, forget the airfield. I'm just going to bomb these ground troops 2 days in a row, and then we'll be crossing into it, and hopefully 2 days. I mean, who knows? We got zero bombing here 2 days in a row. Maybe we'll get zero bombing here 2 days in a row, but I'm gonna give it a go. As soon as I get Mole Mine and or Chiang Mai secured, I think I'm gonna start shifting my focus to smashing Port Blair, because if I can secure this, then I think he'll be distracted as well, and he might start pulling, like he might start just making a general or withdrawal. But who knows? I know he can be tenacious at times in some of these areas. Also, I think, let's see, that's 11, that's 12, and that's 11. So really, this airfield doesn't really help us, except for helps us get closer to Victoria Point, where he's using that as a build-up point. And then, of course, Bangkok, we can, you know, pressure that, but his industry and so forth is pretty wrecked here. So I'm okay. I feel good about where we're at. It's sluggish, but it's also kind of cool. I like the challenge of pushing through this jungle rough, extremely terrible terrain. China is a different beast. You know what? I'm just remembering. So we have 58. We didn't lose any aircraft here, so that's pretty cool. Let's take a look. Now that I remembered, we didn't look at the losses at all. So we lost 2 aircraft to ops loss, and that's it. So we literally lost nothing over Changsha. That's pretty amazing. These Chinese fighters are need some medals here. So we we shut down 5 Tojos, but actually it was 7. So this number is inaccurate by 2. So this should be 9 Tojos, 7 air-to-air, and 2 ops. That's basically, I don't know if he's using a third of a squadron each sweep or what, but that's basically a third of a squadron. One of his sweeps wiped out. Topsy probably doing some kind of transport, and Emily maybe ground. That's right. That was our bombing run. Um, and it was just 2 transport aircraft, of course. We lost one of them wounded, and let's take a look. Oh, the I-26. That is probably not true, but it could be. I know we didn't see a Glen loss this time, but we did yesterday, so it could be that. Um, let's look. Our sub chasers came over here and hit it, and then this time they found nothing. So that could be true. Um, anyway, that's nice. Clear it out. All right, I'm gonna kind of wrap it up here, but you can see that things are a bit challenging here, but we're gonna keep at it. I don't know if I lost anybody in this. I should have double checked that. I don't think I did. Um, so here's his deliberate attack. Yeah, we lost no actual units. I'm not 100% sure how they're still here unless they're going to fight to the death. If they do, then we'll get a bunch of fresh core arriving in in Chungking in a couple of months, 3 months, I think it is. Anyway, that's it. Otherwise, I think we have pretty good. We're in pretty decent position in different areas to keep him honest. But we'll see how it goes, and we'll see you next time, um, the 29th, as we get close to wrapping up September. Yep. Well, take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.